Hey y'all, this is Dionne, and this is everything you need to know when traveling to the Vatican. Okay, so when visiting the Vatican, there are two places that most people deem you have to see. Number one is the Vatican Museum. Number two is St. Peter's Basilica. You can see them in one day. This is what we did, and I'm going to tell you how to do it. Okay, so Vatican is one of the must-do things in Rome. Vatican City is actually its own little country. It is the smallest country in the world inside the city of Rome. It has its own laws. It has its own rules. That being said, you will absolutely need your passport because you are entering another country, and they will check that when you enter either the Vatican museums. The number one tip I'm going to give you, and you need to follow this tip, is when you go to the Vatican Museum, you need to get the 8 a.m. entry time, because if you do not, you are going to be stuck behind hundreds and hundreds of tour groups that move as slow as a worm. I am not kidding you. We went to one area, it was 10 a.m. You could not get through. There were, I swear, 20 tour groups of 30 to 40 people. There were 300 people just packed in this small little room. You cannot move. At that point, that was when we decided to leave the Vatican. So the Vatican is self-guided. You need to know that the Sistine Chapel is at the very end of the Vatican museums. This is what we did. We skipped the entire Vatican Museum and beelined it to the Sistine Chapel. When we got there, there was hardly anybody there. It was so nice. It felt like we had it to ourselves. The other thing you need to know about the Sistine Chapel is no photos are allowed. I swear, there were 20 guards there. That was their sole job, to make sure you did not take photos. This is for copyright reasons, and I just think that they want to control, they want to have the right to sell photos of the Sistine Chapel online in the country of Italy or whatever. So there are no photos allowed. They are very strict about that. They may even make you delete them on their phone if you manage to take some. It's also very cool that we also got to see major artworks by Raphael, the School of Athens and all this stuff. I have photos of just me and my daughter by ourselves because we beelined it through all of the stuff that you don't really need to see. My recommendation is the Sistine Chapel is totally amazing. You want to spend your time there. We spent 45 minutes there. I Googled on my phone, found out what every little thing means. I mean, it was just fun, and there was not really that many people there. So I would get there as soon as possible. Then what we did is we went back through the museum after we did the Sistine Chapel, and then we saw the other stuff. But by 10 a.m., it was so packed full of other tourists that we decided to leave, and that's when we went to the Basilica. St. Peter's Basilica is free to enter, so I would suggest just doing that as well. When you go to St. Peter's Basilica, there is just so much to see. So I'm going to go over some of the highlights. The thing that you do not want to miss is Michelangelo's Pieta. It is off to the right as you enter, and you usually have to enter straight towards the altar, and then you go back to see the Pieta. They do have one way is kind of set up to help with traffic. So the Pieta is now behind bulletproof glass, thanks to some lunatic who have destroyed Mary's arm back in the 70s. So if you do not know, the Pieta is a famous statue by Michelangelo. It shows the Virgin Mary holding the crucified Jesus in her arms. The high altar itself is beautiful. It's really cool to see. So when you walk in, I mean, it's huge. It holds a wooden chair believed to have been St. Peter's as well. I mean, it's just gorgeous. And then you walk around. There are 91 popes that are buried in the Vatican. Some are buried in the church part, the Basilica part itself. A lot are buried in the Grottoes, but you can walk around. That's where you see Pope John Paul II's tomb. We also saw Pope Innocent's tomb, where they have his body displayed as well. So because we did the Vatican first, when we got to St. Peter's Basilica, it was busy, and you just need to be prepared for that it's busy. But I mean, it was just beautiful. We were really hoping the Pope would be there and bless us, but that just did not happen. But it was still just gorgeous. I mean, it's just a cool church. St. Peter's Basilica was built over the tomb of St. Peter, who is the first pope. So when you go to the Vatican Grottoes, you can see his tomb. Okay, so St. Peter's Basilica boasts the tallest dome in the world. You can get tickets to go up. It's actually really cool. I would highly recommend it. I mean, it was fun. You go up a little bit in an elevator, and then you climb up to the top a little bit more stairs. to see that. You get amazing views of St. Peter's Square and then just all of Rome and Italy and the Vatican City. St. Peter's Square, when you walk in, is just absolutely beautiful. It's breathtaking and it's huge. It's surrounded by 284 Doric columns that are just like amazing to see. And then you have St. Peter's Basilica itself, which is the largest church in the world. It's just breathtaking to see. So just definitely spend some time taking in the fountains and everything there. When you are there, just take in the amazing beauty and just the magnitude of the basilica itself. Most of it was designed by just famous Italian artists and architects, from Bernini to Michelangelo. He helped with the dome as well. The artwork is actually
mosaics.
They are not paintings, and they are just beautiful to look at as well. The ceiling is just imposing. It's a beautiful place. So you are going to have to fight the crowds, especially if you go in the busy summertime, but I mean, it's totally worth it. While we were there, we also got to see part of a ceremony. I believe there were some people there singing. So that is something that you can see. You can also attend church there. You just look it up online and attend. The one thing I was not prepared for is the number of tour groups. Now, I was in Italy 25 years ago. Things have definitely changed. There were no tour groups back then. So when you go, just be prepared. There are going to be dozens and dozens of tour groups. You can tell them because they raise this flag in the air when they're walking around, and all the people have earpieces in because they're listening to their tour guide. So if you're doing it on your own, which is how we did it and how I would recommend doing it, because then you can see what you want, just be prepared for the sheer number of tourists, the sheer number of visitors, and the tour groups as well. But it's totally worth it to see these sites. Okay, so you can do both in one day. That is what we did. It just depends on what kind of tourist you are. If you're the type that wants to go and see every little thing, then yes, you're going to need multiple days. But if you just want to go and spend half the day in the Vatican Museum and half the day in the Basilica, which is pretty much what we did, that is a great way to see the Vatican in one day. You can do it. It depends on, how detail oriented you are. If you are going to Rome, you have to go and see the Vatican City. It is just amazing. It holds so much history. It's just a cool place. I mean, the artwork alone is just a reason to go, especially in the Vatican Museum. I mean, just being able to see these paintings that you've read about as kids, I mean, it's just really cool. And the Sistine Chapel, I'm telling you, is going to blow your mind away. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth the crowds, and you'll still get to see stuff. You just got to be prepared, and it's vacation. Just go with it. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great content on my travel adventures. Thanks. Bye.